Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on FMNL. Hope everybody had a good Memorial Day weekend. Before we get started with the video, I'd like to note to please check my IRP disclaimer. So FMNL, we did this one a couple days ago, actually, when the price, or I should say when the chart looked like this and the price was down here below 70. Talked about how if 70 fell, then really the next level of resistance was up here at 90. And following the day after the video, you can see just an absolutely monster of a day. Biggest volume dollar-wise that the chart had seen, and went from opened at 68 and went as high as 95 cents. So just an absolutely monster day. And then the past couple of days has been some consolidating, so that's where I want to get the chart updated here. Before we go into the chart, real quick, this is the wallstreetbulls.com. Again, the wallstreetbulls.com. This is a publication that's out there that's got a bunch of information on the company and stuff. But the really key thing, and I talked about this in the other video, is if you go down to the disclaimer and look at the compensation, there's a big marketing budget behind it. So not too surprising that the chart looks the way it does when you have that sort of advertising budget, but it's one of these things where, once again, the wallstreetbulls.com, if you go there, check out the landing page, and there's a bunch of information here, and also look at the disclaimer. You'll be able to see what sort of money kind of they're putting behind getting this ticker symbol out there and so forth. So back to the chart, like I said, very nice upwards move 3 days in a row, real solid volume, and then really not too surprising, especially these past couple of days, knowing that the Memorial Day weekend was coming up, especially Friday. The markets really slowed down. People, headed out early, and things just kind of slowed down a little bit. But from a charting perspective, after these three, monster days up, totally normal to see some consolidation. This day was pretty wild. Big pullback here, but nice to see that this blue line, which is a 10-day simple moving average, provided support and kind of went into trampoline mode, as I like to call it, where the price came down here, found support, and then bounced all the way back up here. So this, if anything, this day shows that the stock truly, or the float, I should say, truly is tight, and that the stock really, can move upwards very quickly. Because at one point it was down here, obviously, and then by the end of the day it was all the way back up there. Today, or Friday, another not as wild as this one, but you can see that the price came down here, and again, although it didn't quite hit it, but this 10-day simple moving average did provide support once again. So basically what's been going on is just a new higher base has been getting built, and that's the key thing with consolidation. It's all about higher lows, and not to point out the obvious, but on this pullback, the low was there. On this pullback, the low was there. Obviously, this low is higher than that one, and that is the name of the game. In stocks, as long as things are putting in higher lows, that just means that people are having to bid higher and higher. When you pull up level 2s and look at the bid side, people are just needing to raise their bid price if they want to buy shares, and that's a good thing. So going forward, the key level right now is going to be right up here at this level. We're going to call it 94 cents. Try that again. There we go. So 94 cents will be the new level of resistance. And then the pretty exciting part comes where we have to scrunch up the chart to get this, but essentially after 94 cents, the next level of resistance is not up here until this orange line here, which is a 200-day simple moving average, valued at $1.19. So that's a pretty big space. Same thing as here. Once again, if you go back and watch the video, the one resistance was at 70 cents, and then the next resistance was not up until 90, which was 20 cents away. And sure enough, in one day, boom, it covered that whole distance. So, given that this chart has shown has the ability to make big moves and cover big distances like that, with a break of 94 cents. Who knows? It may be right up here to test this $1.19 in that same day. Again, I normally wouldn't say that, but this chart already has a history of making moves such as that, so I feel more comfortable, saying that when, past history on a chart has shown the ability for the bulls to be able to make that sort of big run. So again, nice. Oh, and I should add on top of that, especially after it's gone through some consolidation, been building a higher base, once again, it's kind of cooled off a little bit, taken a rest, and now if it decides to start sprinting again, it'd be back at full energy. So Overall, a great looking chart. And finally, I just noticed the last thing. During this little consolidation period here, you can see volume has dropped off compared to the big days. And as any textbook will tell you from a volume analysis standpoint, that's exactly what you want to see, volume dropping off during the consolidation period. So if there are any other questions on the chart, though, please let me know. But again, check out that landing page, thewallstreetbulls.com, and shoot me a message if you have any questions. Thanks for listening.